All right. What I'm about to say is not for everyone. Not really for everyone. And I just want to share with you guys some of my success. And I want to... that's been the whole purpose of this channel, is to help people by showing what we did to have success. And I really hope you guys have success. I want to talk about how Yuri and I have been able to double our income since we've been together. And I think that this is something that you guys can do too, and that's why I want to talk about it. How do we do it? So, again, this is not for everyone. This is not something everybody can do. It's not everybody has the will to do what we did. I realize I used to talk about it a lot because I thought, hey man, who doesn't want money? Who doesn't want success? Who doesn't want? But that's not really the point. The point is, like, not everybody has the stability, I guess, to do it. Not everybody has the stability to take risks. So it's not really for everybody, and that's what I mean by that. So I want to talk about how we were able to double our income, go to all these exotic countries, we're going towards living the life we always wanted to live. We're right in the middle of it. So you guys have witnessed, all you guys who have been watching us from the beginning are witnessing us make it happen. And so whenever I can, I share what we did to get here. And this is regardless of what religion. This has nothing to do with your political affiliation. It has nothing to do with religion. Has nothing to do with any of that stuff. Everything that we do, you can do too, and it doesn't matter. Any of that stuff that we make matter so much in our life. It only matters that there's some fundamental principles that I think made us get from here to there, and I'll share that stuff with you as I go along. The first thing that we did to double our income was to get over stereotypes. And what I mean by that is people in the Western world, Australia, Canada, America, there's this stereotypical thing that we put people in. Like, if you're white, you're supposed to act like this. If you're black, you act like this. If you're Asian or if you're Filipino, you act like this, right? You got to get that out of your head. When you have a relationship, it should be about what that person is all about. What they're about, you know what I mean? Like, who they are as a person, and if they're willing to work with you on that relationship. You gotta get past the stereotypes. That stuff is BS. It's completely BS. All of us are human beings. We're having a human experience. We're spirits having a human experience. And each one of us deals with this differently. So treat your partner like a person. I know that sounds weird to say, but a stereotype is not a person. You know what I mean? It's what you believe that they're supposed to behave like. You got to get, as soon as you get past that stereotype and some of the racial and some of the ingrown bigotry we all have, all the ingrown, all of us have it. All of us have this thing where we put people in a certain category of how they're supposed to behave. As soon as you get past that, you're able to focus on the person and what they can do with you. And once you're able to do that, you can see cultural differences. This is important because all of us are shaped by our culture. Our culture shapes who we are as a person. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? When you can see beyond some of the ingrained stereotypes we all have, you start to see the culture. You start to see their culture as a not so much a weird thing, but as a beautiful thing, because it shaped who they are. This person that you fell in love with was shaped by this other culture, and then you begin to appreciate that culture. Once you can appreciate that person's culture, and once they can appreciate yours, you guys can begin to understand each other on a more intimate level. And this is what Yuri and I did, and I believe this is why we were able to be successful in our relationship, financially, and all that kind of, I'm going to show you guys something in the background here. I kind of had it going on in the background here, but if I just let me see if I can find the site. Something that was really special to me in our relationship, something that I felt was a great accomplishment that we did, and it's something I can point to and say, you know, this was something that was really special and that we couldn't have done. It kind of helped shape who our relationship. And this right here, all these right here that you see on the screen behind me here, are all our trips to Vietnam. We didn't just go to Vietnam. We've been to Hong Kong. We lived in Philippines for a while. We've been to many states and a couple of other countries. And it means a lot to me because it's something we both like to do. You know, you may love to do other things, but Yuri and I, we really love to like travel. And, you know, of course, right now travel's out of the question. But we really love to. We still travel locally and stuff, and go to other states and things like that when we can, safely, of course. But we were in Thailand and we had such a great time. We really had a great time. And it's because we were able to cut through all the BS and understand each other's culture that we were able to have such a good time together. And that's super important to understand your partner's culture, to appreciate their culture and appreciate who they are as a person. Because the next step is to build something together. So the only way you can start building something together is to understand one another and have a foundation. You have to have a similar vision. Like one of the things that we did was we start writing our vision down, what we want to do. This is really important. You get your partner, you guys are more intimate, you understand and you appreciate and love their culture. They love and respect yours. You're not going to agree on everything. I still, to this day, I don't like that. What's that fish called that you eat that I don't like?
Salmon head.
Salmon head. That's one of them. That's not even the one I was talking about. That's Yuri in the background, by the way. So there's some things that we're never going to like. You know what I mean? There's some things in the U.S. Yuri doesn't like. And there's some things I don't like. But that's not, you know. But the thing is, I appreciate and love her culture so much that I have an understanding and a love for her culture, and she has one for mine, right? So then the next step is that you got to write your vision down, what you want in the future. Not a goal, but a vision. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be in 5 to 10 years? Do you guys want to have kids? Do you guys want to live in a bigger home? Do you guys want to have land? Do you guys want to have a business? Do you guys, or maybe business not even part of your picture? Maybe you guys want to travel and live in the Philippines or live in Thailand or live wherever, right? Have a vision of where you want to be, right? Regardless of the goal or whatever, just like a vision of what you see in your future. Write it down together. Once you have that down, and what one of the things that Yuri and I did was we created a vision board. And I've talked about this on previous videos. The vision board, what it did was it consolidated what we really wanted. Like we cut out pictures from magazines and pictures from stuff we printed off on the internet, places we want to go and things we wanted to do. I remember one of our first vision boards had Disney World. And we went to Disney World, and it was just a dream for us. And I live really far away from Florida. You know, you may live near Florida. Maybe you've been there 10 or 15 times. I live really far away from it. I never been there, and I've always wanted to go. So we cut out like a picture of Disney World, and we put it on our dream board. The thing is, the vision started off small, and we were able to accomplish so many of those things by just putting it down on paper, just like making a physical representation of what we both wanted. And we put it down there. And it doesn't have to be what you both want. Sometimes it can be a selfish vision. It can be something just for you, or it can be something just for your partner, but you got to support each other, right? You got to put that on your vision board. The vision board is really important. And think big. You could start small like we did. We start off small, and then now we've gotten these other big things. we were able to do a lot of the small things, but what happened was after a while we were able to do big. We realized, wow, why are we dreaming so small? Why don't we make something bigger? And we started doing things that are bigger. We started to get those things. And the first step was to understand one another, appreciate one another, then create a vision, and then create a plan of action to make that vision happen. It doesn't magic. This is not magic, okay? This is not like you dream it and it magically appears. You put it down. Now something miraculous does happen when you write things down. I can't explain it, but when you write something down, somehow, I don't know if your mind starts focusing on it and you start to unconsciously make things happen. I don't know what it is, but somehow some things kind of just, the opportunities kind of just fall in your lap. But you got to be prepared for those opportunities. Success favors the prepared, right? It's some saying that I picked up from somewhere. Success favors the prepared, and that's why you have to have a plan of action. So it's not enough to have the vision. Have a plan of action. What does that mean? It means you have to set up a goal of when you want to do it. You know, it may not even happen when you set that goal out there. But if you say, okay, we want to go to Disneyland on this day, like in next year at this time, we want to. That's how you're setting up that goal. A goal is setting up like what you're actually going to do, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, the action plan. You're setting all those steps in there. And another thing, now this is something I learned from the Army, working with I was in the Air Force, but we worked with the Army a lot. They had this thing called fire for effect. I used to be a weapons specialist, and we shot the mortar, and they had this thing called fire for effect. It means like, so first of all, mortar is like a tube with an explosive in it. You drop the explosive in there and it shoots out. I know this sounds kind of crude, but the explosive shoots out and it blows up somewhere, right? And then the thing is, the tube is so crude that you have to look at the effect of the explosion in the distance to aim it properly. So you see the explosion in the distance and then you aim it. Okay, it's a little to the left. It's 3 degrees to the left. It's 3 degrees to the right. Okay, fire for effect. You fire, see the effect. Okay, it's a little off. Let's kind of fire for effect in your life means take action. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. More than likely, the first thing you do, whatever you do, is gonna be a mistake. But if you guys have a vision together, and you have a plan of action, and you're willing to make mistakes to get to that end goal, it works. Over time it works. We have so many huge failures, and if you guys have been watching this channel for a long time, you've seen us have huge failures. And thing is, you can't stop. You can't lose. You can't fall on your face and then quit. If you only fail if you quit. You got to keep going. You fire for effect. You get new goals. You keep growing as a couple together. And one of our goals in all of this has been to double our income. And we really, it didn't start like, I'm gonna double my income. It was like, okay, what if we made $100 more? Okay, now what if we made $200 more? You know, okay, we're making $200. We need about $500 a month more. All right, what if we started publishing books to make this X amount of dollars? Let's try that. All right, that worked a little bit, but let's try this other thing. Fire for effect. We just kept trying different things, and not everything we did worked. Some things, they worked, but we didn't like doing it. You know what I mean? So you got to just try different things. So that's how we were able to. Now we're to a point where we have doubled our income. And anyone can do this. Any couple can do this. But it takes something that a lot of people are not willing to do, and look at your own personal mistakes. Like you've got to look at yourself, your own personal weaknesses, and realize that your partner is there for you. You know. Now this really is based on having the partner who's solid. But if we take it back to the very first thing I said, which is you got to look beyond the stereotype. You got to look beyond You got to get to the actual person. Get to the actual person, not what you think that they should be, but who they are as a person. And when you start stripping all that stuff away, you start to see the cultural differences. Once you start to appreciate and know what their culture is, you can actually know more about that person, because culture shapes us. Once you guys understand one another's culture and understand your weaknesses as well, you can start to have a more intimate bond. And that intimate bond allows you to do all kinds of stuff. Build all kinds of things together. And me and my wife have been able to do that, and it's really been amazing. It's really been amazing. I'm blessed, man. My life is different. And even in these times, thank you for that. Appreciate that so much. Retired and happy. And I know who that is. This is my man right here. Man, I haven't seen you in a long time. What's going on? What is going on? That's Markel TV right there. That's my man. Yeah, Markel TV. Yuri was like, "Whoa, Markel TV." This man is a famous man in this house. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. I am blessed. And I'm not trying to flex or anything. I'm just trying to tell you guys, like, there's so much more to life. And because I'm so blessed, because I realize how awesome my life is, I want to share it with other people. I want to share what made this life so good with other people. Even through COVID, even through all this turmoil happening, I am happier than I've ever been, because I have such a great foundation, and it's something that we built together. It's not a me thing, it's a we thing. It's a relationship thing. It's something that we built together, and it's something that is special for us. And you out there, you can find the same thing. But you can't give up. Don't give up looking. Like, if you've searched, if you've been through so many different partners, you've tried so many different things, I'm here to tell you, I'm living proof that there's greatness out there. There's greatness in a partner. You can find this person. Thank you, Jay Barnes. I appreciate you, man. You can find it. Don't ever stop. You only fail if you quit. And I'm living proof that it's possible. I was married. I was in a bad relationship for over a decade. I'm not happy to say that. That wasn't something. I don't see that as a badge of honor. I don't see that as it was horrible for everyone involved. For my kids, for me, for my ex-wife, it was not good. The whole situation was messed up. But if I can do it, all I'm trying to say is, if I can do it, you can do it. So there's somebody out there for you. You just gotta keep going. You gotta keep looking. Don't give up. You can find it. But I would say the very first step is really to love yourself. Because if you can love yourself, the more you can love yourself, it's the greater the capacity that you have to love other people. So that's something that a lot of younger people, and I don't know why that's lost on a lot of younger people, but that's a really important piece. Like, you have to, the more you can learn to love yourself through all this adversity, through the loneliness, through all these hard times that you're having, if you happen to be having those times, the more you can love yourself, the greater your capacity to love and appreciate everyone else. And when you can love yourself, other people kind of can feel that, you know what I mean? Because you appreciate yourself. I don't know if you behave different. I'm not sure what it is, but when you appreciate and love yourself, other people respond to it. When you feel sorry for yourself all the time, people do respond to that as well. So, it's not something that people want to be around. So you have to learn to love yourself. I would say that's the very first step to finding that person. And also, don't give up. Don't give up loving yourself. Don't give up trying to love yourself. Don't give up your search for somebody great. All right, I got a few people watching here. I'm talking about things that nobody wants to hear, so I don't have many people watching. Jamal, how you doing, man? Big Rob, how you doing? Says, remember, we talked about this back when you and Yuri came to North Carolina. Yeah, man. I remember us talking about the courses that I was developing at that time, and it's doing well, man. It's doing well. Like everything I said, it's come to fruition. It's pretty amazing. Andy says, we love you like fam, Bruce. Like a big bro over the years, man. I appreciate you, Andy. Jay Barnes, thanks for that. Retired and happy, thanks for that. Instigator, how you doing, man? Thank you. Man, we are blessed. Yeah, we are, man. We are definitely blessed, man. And I'm so glad you found yours, man. Hassan says Vietnam is where I'm trying to settle down. Did you like Ho Chi Minh? Okay, so I didn't release the video on that yet, but I had a horrible time in Ho Chi Minh. I still have the videos on that. You know, not to say that Vietnam can't be great. Yuri is laughing in the background right here, by the way. But yeah, we were planning on like staying there for like a few days. We ended up leaving immediately. I think it was really the city. I think that was why. You know, I'm willing to give Vietnam another chance. I don't know if Yuri is willing to.
You were bidding to get out of there.
Huh? What did you say?
Plane ticket. You were bidding to get out of.
Bidding?
You're like I said, it's gonna cost us something. It cost us like $400 to go back to Thailand.
Yeah, it cost us more money to actually leave early, man. We were like, nah, we got to get out of here. It was bad. It was not good. And just like to keep along, I will do the video soon, but it just, Hassan, if you're still on, what happened to us in Vietnam is that, number one, we got scammed a couple times. It wasn't for a lot. It was just, you know, when you go to another country, you get scammed. It's never a good thing. It was very loud. The noise pollution was crazy. Maybe it was part of the city we were in. We were dodging cars. It's a hilarious video. I don't know. We haven't put that out yet. Yeah, we really got to put that video out. It's hilarious. We had to run across the street to live. Yeah. The cars were everywhere. There were mopeds. It was a nightmare. You know, the food was okay. I enjoyed the food. It was probably just Ho Chi Minh. Now that I'm looking back at it,
it's like Manila, you know.
Like she said, it was like Manila.
Except it's more hectic.
It's crazier than Manila. Manila has some kind of order to it. Ho Chi Minh was insane. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. We were just talking about this the other day. We were talking about how we went to Vietnam and what our experience was and everything, and yeah, it was hardcore. But I know a lot of people who've been there and love it. So, like our friend, the reason why we went is because a friend of ours, in a previous video, him and his girl are in one of our old videos. If you check out, we went to this club in Denver, and they're featured in that video. Beautiful couple. We visited them a few times. Now they live somewhere in Texas or something. But anyway, he was telling us, oh man, you gotta go to Vietnam. You gotta go to Vietnam. Oh man, he was telling us about all that we like partying and stuff. So we were like, oh man, we like to party. We like doing this, doing that. So we went, and it was just very disappointing. They had a walking street. Like that was one of the main reasons we went. We were all excited. The walking street is so packed that you can't even walk. Like you couldn't even. People were trying to drive cars through there. It was ridiculous. It was. I don't know. My favorite place to this day in Southeast Asia still remains Thailand and Philippines. So, but I'm willing to try other places. I'm still trying to go to Bali and Singapore. Where else? Where else are we trying to go? Bali, Singapore. What else is on our list?
Indonesia. Not Indonesia. Cambodia.
Cambodia, maybe. Where else? I think that's about it. I mean, maybe I like to take Yuri to Japan. She might like that. Japan, South Korea. She might like the food in South Korea is my favorite. So, Jay Barnes says, Bruce, we owe most of our success to you and Yuri. Thanks. Thanks, Jay Barnes. I appreciate you, man. Getting Maria here took a miracle, but your guidance and transparency helped to make it possible. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. It's always good to hear people say stuff like that. You know, I'm happy to be a part of you guys' journey, and we're just kind of paying it forward. You know what I mean? Like, we had success, and we want to share that success with other people, because life is super short. You know, it doesn't make any sense for people to be suffering out there, and wherever we can help to show the path we've walked and say, hey, we walked this path, you know, you guys can do it too. Here's the steps we took to get here. And that's why I want to talk about, like, the next step is, like, not only successful relationship, but also making that money. You know, we were able to double our income. Our life is completely different now because we did it together. We doubled our income by making a vision board, taking action on those visions by making them goals, and goals with real deadlines, goals with real actions. And then everything that works, wash, rinse, repeat. And anything that fails, we just learn a lesson from it and keep going. So yeah, that's the next big J Barnes. Like, I know, like, what's really cool is this community has inspired us. We meet a lot of people like yourself and others who are already doing things, you know, already on the same wavelength as us, on the same level, like, all also wanting to do bigger and bigger things. And I really appreciate that. We've learned a lot from you guys, from this community. And he says, forget Yuri, take me to Japan. Andy said, but seriously, you have been a great educator over the past years. Your growth as a content creator has been great. Just wish things could be as they were with more content weekly. Yeah, man. Yes. We're working on that. We have something working. Like, right now, we've got more help now, so we're actually, huh?
Yes.
That was you. That's
your.
your. What were you saying?
Yes, we are gonna.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
We're branching off because we have so much different content now. We have content that we're gonna be talking about more about business type stuff. That's on another channel called Get Money Get Out. So that's coming. And then we've got another channel where we're gonna put all more visa approved type stuff for people who are still going through the visa process. And then we would like to expand. We have a lot of content, but sometimes we don't have enough time to look. We don't have enough time to actually to edit it. So that's really the problem. And both of us have full-time jobs, so that's the problem. So, but we now have a plan to actually put out way more content. Like, right now, we went to Aspen. We went to, where else did we go? We went to Estes Park. We filmed all of it. We went to. True. We've gone to a couple states. Like, we just don't have time to edit it all. So, miss that voice. and
we are gonna do a. What was it?
We're making a movie.
You marry a Filipina. You marry the entire family, part 3.
Oh, really? Are we doing that? Are you sure?
We are 5 years later.
5, okay.
And helping or.
Yeah, we got more cultural differences.
Gonna be fun.
We've had a lot of crazy ups and downs and a lot of success. So we still want to share that stuff. As far as, like I said, like, the cultural differences is such a huge deal, right?
I really like the cultural differences.
It's such a big deal in your relationship.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not something that Filipinos talk about, but it's impact in your relationship.
It's pivotal. Like, you have to be able to understand Filipino culture, and, you know, vice versa. Like, you have to understand one another. It's a foundational thing. Any alien content, Bruce? Maybe. I don't know. I see Yuribruce is kind of like a lab, so that's why I put out stuff. You know, some stuff doesn't work. Some stuff really does work. So some people don't, you know, some things people want to talk about. Some things people don't. We want to talk about more. Oh, more relationship vids. Nice. Yeah. For sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely more of that. So, what other relationship videos should we do? Do you guys have any suggestions on what we should do? We've got one talking about when you
Yeah, what could we do? That's the only thing that's really
very current in
that
our
was
our
yeah.
relationship.
That's very like still a factor.
Yeah, Corey Walker said, "Hello, you, Bruce and Yuri. It's been a while. Yeah, man, it's been. I mean,
Well, I made a note. Hold on, because that's what I used to do. Like,
yeah. If you guys have any kind of suggestions, we are open to do those videos. We do have quite a bit of content that we're putting out, but some of it's not topical, but we can make it topical. You know, if you have anything that you want us to talk about as far as Yuribruce is concerned, relationship.
One is gonna be Bruce and Yuri clash when it comes to work. That's not what we're doing.
I don't even know what she's talking about with it.
No, like
What? What do you mean?
You know, like we just had a discussion about it last week.
Are you referring to how to
Our
properly
business.
court a Filipina? Ooh, that's a good one. Corey Walker. That's a really good one. How to properly court. Okay, we're gonna write that down, Corey. Good idea. You know, somebody asked me. Big Truck Series asked me for you to do one about how to create a bank account in the Philippines.
Oh, that's been done.
We already did that one.
Wasn't it?
Possibly. Did we already?
They
if
have
you're
a
a
lot,
foreigner.
they have a lot of requirements for it.
Oh, here's a good one. Has Yuri been to Florida yet? Road trip video for spring break. Yuri's been to Florida a couple times. So Yuri's been to Florida when we went to Universal Studios, which we have footage on that. Never released it. And then we went to Disney World. So yes, she's been there twice, and it's usually like as a break because we just grind all the time. So we'll normally just visit Florida briefly. We've also been to Miami, and then sometimes I'll go there on trips. Not recently, but yeah. So there's a chance I can go back to Florida, to be honest with you. But yeah, she's been there a couple times. She's been to, I mean, too many states to name, really. North Carolina, been to Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada, Sacramento, California, LA,
Oh, you know where I
Mexico,
wanna go is to
Tennessee.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
But because of COVID,
Yeah, we kind of limited on our
we're
trips.
laying low on trips, really.
So, I mean, in part of my job, I'm supposed to travel quite a bit, but COVID-19 is kind of stomping that. And now, you know, because of all the stuff that's going on with each state, now states are beginning to lock down again. So, I really want to go to New York. That's a big one for me, to go get some pizza, meet up with Big Truck Series or something like that. I don't know. Big Rob says, I need that, how to set up a bank account in the Philippines.
How to set up a bank account
For a foreigner. For a foreigner, right? Like how to set up one for a foreigner. We can talk to your sister about it.
Yeah. Let me.
And then break it down. Yeah, that would be one that we would put on Get Money, Get Out, I think. But, yeah, I want to say we've talked about it before, though. No, you talked about top banks to use in the Philippines. That might be what I'm thinking of right now.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna put that in here, and I need to ask Cecil because I need to ask.
Yeah. We'll ask some of our specialists who are there who've gone through this. Andy said, I wouldn't plan on going to New York for another year after COVID, Bruce. Pizza isn't worth it now. Yeah, I think that like right now in New York's, if I am correct, they're saying that nobody can go in there without like a pass or something. Is that right? Something's going on right now with New York recently. They're saying that you got to get checked to go in there. Maybe I'm wrong. Corey says, I was busy with college. I finished with a minor in sterile processing technician with a 4.0 GPA and now work as at a medical center. That's awesome, man. Oh yeah,
Congrats.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's incredible. How to apply for a job in the Philippines? What do you think? We know a dude who's working in the Philippines right now. You mean as a foreigner? We know a dude you might want to talk to. I don't know what his new channel is. He was doing really good and he just deleted all of his. He just.
Big Rob? I mean.
No. His name is Raw TV.
Raw TV.
Yeah, if I can get a hold of him, I would talk to him, Corey, about that. Because Raw TV is actually there working right now in the Philippines. And he's from New York as well. So him and his wife living there, and he's doing all right. Jay Barnes says Security Bank is the best. Don't you have that?
Yep. Thanks
Holy
to
shit.
Purple Shadow Accelerated.
Security Bank is a beast for setting up accounts for foreign in the Philippines.
That's exactly.
Thanks to
what I
Purple
have.
Shadow.
Yeah, because when there's a really long line when you're setting up a bank account.
Really?
In there. And so
Like a waiting list?
Yeah, and so the real estate where she works, they have an affiliation with a Security Bank.
Who has an affiliation with Security?
The real estate
okay.
company where she works.
All right. Jaron Maria, how you guys doing? Hello, lovely couple. How you doing, man? Ma'am and man.
Man.
Andy says, okay, I already read that. Oh, he's back. Oh, Raw TV is back, but he doesn't post as often. Yeah, he like changed his channel.
Hi, Maria.
He changed it to something I can't remember what he changed it to, but he works right now. Yuri's looking lovely today. Thank you for that, sir. Appreciate that. Mr. Wallace Life, how you doing? Hello, guys. We missed her. What about me? What about me? I've been grinding. Come on, man.
I seen my salary there in the Philippines, and it was decent for their income there.
The Wallace Life's been doing really good. They've been grinding, man. They've been posting a lot of content.
Did you like?
¿Cómo está, Yuri?
Did you like? Did you? What's it called? That thumbs up Wallace Life video.
Yeah, I'm always watching their stuff. I need to be more active on there. Give them some comments and thumbs up.
I do watch some YouTube, but I'm not on Instagram that much.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I could have swore I spoke to Rob once on the phone. Yeah, I talked to him a couple times back in the day. Like, it's been a while. I'm not sure. Like, we kind of lost contact for a bit. We were supposed to do like an interview together, but I don't know what happened. But
oh yeah, what happened to that?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Big Truck Series says, we see your ass 24/7. Hey, Big Truck Series, I've been meaning to ask you, like, what's going on in New York right now? Is there some kind of lockdown or something happening again, or what's going on? Really curious.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking of going to Atlanta and
New York City. We both, like, those are two places we both like really want to go to, because I've never hung out in Atlanta. I've drove through there a couple times. But there's a lot of things I would like to check out there.
But because of COVID,
COVID kind of put it.
And then those two places have more cases, right? New
York had a lot of cases. I think it's on the rise again. But but it's still kind of on lockdown. Correct me if I'm wrong, Big Truck Series. But we want to, like, the food scene is really dope there. So we're both foodies, as you can see. As you can see this double neck.
I need to go to the gym.
See this neck right here. Big Truck Series says, as a quarantine lockdown, but it's not because of COVID. It's because of they're afraid of rioting or violence after the who loses. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see about that. Or if who wins. They're boarding up stores. Oh my God, this is crazy. Right?
This has replaced the football season.
It has.
Completely.
I'm gonna have my popcorn ready, baby. I'm gonna have my alcoholic beverage of choice. I'm gonna be watching this thing like football. This is gonna be so exciting. No matter who wins, it's gonna be exciting.
Our 3-hour movie vlog is on now. All of our Philippine vlog.
Our 3-hour movie vlogs is on now. All of our Philippine vlogs all in one. Oh, you combined your Philippines when you were in the Philippines. So they went to the Philippines and they had this like 17-part series. They broke them all apart and now they put them all together for a 3-hour movie. Oh, that's cool, man.
Actually cool.
That's a great idea. We have to steal that idea from you. I voted last week. It's like WrestleMania. Yeah, baby.
I had no idea. It's like taken like this seriously.
Yeah,
like
baby. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm at my popcorn, have my drink, maybe some nachos. I'm gonna be watching everything. Let me see. Yeah, we already voted. We voted like a couple weeks ago. Early, super early. In Colorado, it's super easy to vote because they send ballots out to everyone who's registered. And they've been doing it for like 10, 20 years, so it's not like a big deal here. You get your ballot, sign it, vote down the ballot, and put it in the mailbox, or you can just drop it off in the slot.
Is it true that there's no international travel till 2021? Is it true?
You mean in the Philippines?
That there is no international travel till 2021.
Does he mean the Philippines?
There is, but I was gonna visit my sister, and actually there's countries that you're not allowed to go if you're a U.S. citizen, just because we have
the highest amount. That's fake. That's
just
fake
because
news.
we are most famous.
That's fake news. We don't have the highest cases.
COVID right now.
That's fake. They're just hating on us. They hate us because they ain't us. No, yeah, seriously, some countries are not allowing the U.S. to go there.
Because I
don't know if you guys have been.
Not fake news. I was looking at.
Yeah, you can't. What countries? Singapore is one of them, isn't it?
I was devastated.
Yeah, man. I mean, because we're travelers, this is really affecting us. I mean, on that aspect.
Yeah, Singapore, Americans are not allowed. Anyone from United States.
There was a travel warning in New Zealand. Like, several countries we're not allowed to go to. I don't know if you guys have been following that. But we are globetrotters, so we are very much paying attention to this. Like, we're like, damn.
And, yeah, for Philippines, they're gonna quarantine people that is gonna arrive. There are flights now to the Philippines, but you will be quarantined. It's changing. It's now 1 week, even if you're tested negative.
Wait, hold on. So you can fly there from here?
Yes.
If you're a Filipino citizen?
Anyone from United States or anyone from other countries.
So yeah, I saw it on Philippines Airlines website, and they were saying that you can fly there, but you got to get quarantined. But I think you take a test. You got to fill out these forms before you even go.
Yeah.
And then the forms will tell. On the forms, you have to indicate what place you're going to stay at, what hotel you're going to stay at when you're quarantined. When you get off the plane, they swab you, and then, depending on the results take 2 days or something like that. if you have it, you're going to be in quarantine for the full
in a hotel.
In the hotel that you chose for the full.
No, it's not in the hotel that you choose.
Are you sure?
They have a list of hotels that you choose.
You choose from a list that there's a list of hotels that they have approved of. But
you can't just stay at any.
Yeah, you can't just be at a 5-star. It's just like a list of things that the government has approved of, and then they set up like a separate branch called what is it called? Bureau of Quarantine or something. I can't remember. Bureau of Quarantine. Yeah. So you fill out these documents before you leave. Bureau of Quarantine has a list of places that you can stay, and then you stay there. They swab you and stuff when you get off the plane. They take your temperature and everything, and then you get your results in like 2 days. It's on. If you want more information about this, go check out Philippine Airlines, and they're in coordination with the government. So this is not fake news. This is real. Check it out for yourself, and that's so you can travel there. But what's this thing about Duterte basically closed Philippines till 2021?
It's not close, but if you only have a short amount of period to travel,
and then you happen to have it, then you're there for 14 days getting quarantined, and then between the cities it's locked down. That's
now
another
it's
huge.
Not,
okay.
Now it's not, but only the locals can travel to another town.
And there's limited travel, right?
Yeah.
So if like you were saying that your sister, you can, only one person can leave the house at a time or something like that.
Oh, they just waived. I think they waived.
That's gone?
Just now. I think they waived it. That part.
Okay.
To where now more people can go outside their homes, but there's still, what do they call it? GCQ?
ECQ.
No.
Extended quarantine.
There's some other kind of
something else.
Yes.
We'll find out. We'll put some more information below all the stuff we're talking about as far as the Philippines Airlines. We'll put that link below. We'll put anything about the ECQ or GCQ or what she's talking about. We'll put that below so you guys can have more information on what's going on. Isn't the Philippines going through a big old typhoon right now?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that's another thing. A huge typhoon, apparently with 300 kilometer winds or something, like it's huge. So this happening right now, by the way. Yeah, there's a lot going on right now. But it's on I'm not sure what the approach of it. Does anybody know what the approach of that is? Let me see. Somebody said, Andy said, Yuri, how was work? Did you vote for Agent Orange or Biden? Okay, don't answer that question. Just
guys,
people are gonna. Yeah, I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about politics.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about politics.
Yeah, it's just like the topic of like
religion. It's like talking about religion. You're not gonna win with it, even if you know what I mean. It's just like a lose-lose situation. I don't know. I mean, we could talk about it on Discord. We'll talk about it. I'll tell you who Yuri voted for on Discord. Check out our Discord. I don't have the link, but for you guys that are on Discord, we'll talk about it openly on there. Big Truck Series says, tell you the truth, the 300-mile-an-hour winds, the roofs are flying down the street, and combined effort of quarantine. Oh my God, yeah, that's true. Of COVID quarantine is the reason not to actually move there. Manila is safe though. I don't know. Cebu, I would say, is pretty safe. Because Cebu is like surrounded by a couple islands, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually Cebu doesn't get hit because of its location.
Right. Because you got, like on the approach, like in the last one, was it Hurricane Haiyan? It hit Tacloban, but Tacloban is kind of like guarding the Philippines.
Yeah.
So it annihilated Tacloban, but Cebu is like right after that. So they got hit with it, but they didn't take the brunt of the force of the winds. You know what I mean? So
yeah. And Manila, It's way too crowded for me.
Yeah, personally, it's a little
Like,
too crowded for me too. So we agree on that one. All right, let me see here. Yeah, like this whole thing. One of the things I would like to talk about is like Yuri is like really wanting to go back home, and with this COVID thing, man, this is really affecting that aspect. It's not cool at all.
oh yeah, I was really starting to get stressed out too because, me and Purple Shadow were have agreed to meet each other once a year. She was supposed to come here this year, and that did not happen because of COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's brutal. Big Truck Series says, I come from Manila okay, he's saying that since he's from New York, Manila crowding doesn't really bother him. Yeah, it bothers me a lot. I don't like huge crowds. I'm not into it. I mean, I like to visit, but not to live there. It's too much for me personally. But that's cool. I mean, I still want to check out New York and stuff, but man, just going through LA, just driving through there, that was a nightmare. It was like, oh my god,
a lot of people.
Yeah. Andy said, I don't want her to get any hate regardless. Don't say who you voted for, Yuri. Never mind.
I'm a very strong opinionated
yeah, you
person,
already know.
And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, you already know. I mean, me, like, I always felt like we should talk about things, but like people like really get violent, you know what I mean? Like, you can't have your own opinion, so apparently that's out.
I mean, you can, but I don't want to get canceled culture again, guys.
Oh my god. Oh man. The irony of this is when you got quote unquote cancel culture was the most amazing part of the Yuribruce channel. It just went straight up. But this Trump, as soon as I start talking about that stuff, it went straight down.
Oh. It's because the politics doesn't unite people, you know?
It can, but just the people who are in leadership right now, kind of not. It's very divisive. Jay Barnes says, I like Manila while I'm working. While I'm still working, Cebu would be more my speed for retirement or moving to the province. Yeah, I agree with that, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like Cebu, I love Cebu. I really love it. Like, it's a perfect balance of city and provincial. And Manila's too much for me, It's too New York, LA for me personally. I couldn't live there. I don't believe that I have the mindset to live there, but Cebu has that perfect balance.
Cut off from the main city.
Let me see. Andy said, what was the weirdest reaction that was the weirdest reaction I've ever seen. Yeah. Same here, man. I don't know what to say.
But Happy is dead now. I thought it was dead too.
It's not dead.
Out, it's in TikTok. I'm like, oh gosh.
It's not dead yet.
Please, I moved on.
Corey Walker said, Yuri and Bruce shouldn't go back to... should I go back to school for a degree or certifications first? Corey, are you talking about IT stuff? I can do a whole video about this on Combo Courses. It depends on what job you're going for. Just briefly, I can briefly tell you. It depends on what. It's on TikTok, yes.
Yeah.
It depends on what you're trying to do, Corey. If you're going for a basic IT job, like help desk or something, you could probably get away with just a little experience and a certification. If you're going for a larger job, a larger position, like a cybersecurity analyst role or something like that, you probably want to go for a degree, experience, and a certification. Like, that's a long journey, But you got to start somewhere. So to start off, you might want to get what you could do, get the certification, get the job in a help desk, and then go ahead and while you're working, get your degree, and then level up like that. That's something you could do. That's kind of what I did. Got the certification while I was working on my degree and getting the experience. Not easy to do, by the way. Jamal says, hey people, please hit the like button. Yeah, thanks. Hit that like button.
Hit the like button.
That way more people will know we're here.
I miss our thumbs up frames.
I know, right? We have to move our stuff all around.
We have
everything.
to move our stuff around and set it up. Hopefully next.
Andy says, I just turned 34. Wow, you're old, man. You are old. You're an old man. No, I'm joking.
What do you mean? I just turned 34 and feel like it might be too late to start now.
Start now with
start
what? At 34? What's too late for a 34-year-old?
Oh, you mean going back to school?
No, man. It's not too
late.
Why? Absolutely not.
Andy,
come on, man.
No. There's no such thing as late for doing something.
Corey said a coordinated...
It's only you that limits what you can do.
A coordinator of sterile processing or a manager over hospital department. That's what you're moving on to after you got your degree, Corey? Oh, that's what... Okay, follow up for your question here.
A coordinator of sterile processing?
Should I go back to school or go to...
manager.
Go get my degree.
Over a hospital department.
I can't really speak on that.
Which makes more? That would be the tiebreaker.
Good point.
Where the more money is, that's where
the money, baby. Follow the money.
It's overall good for you and your family.
Yeah, look, Corey, just look at that, man. Corey says, I'm 34 too and just finished.
Nothing is finished to start, you know?
You got to keep going. Like, even me in the IT world.
When did you start writing, baby? Just 2 years ago.
Yeah, I started 2 years ago, man. Like, my dream is to be a writer, man. That's a great point. My dream is to become a writer.
40
and
plus.
I'm damn near 50, and I wrote my first book finally, right? And my dream is to be a writer, not to do... IT is not my dream. Like, it's something I like to do for fun. It's like a hobby. But my dream is to be a writer. And I wrote my first book, science fiction book. I've written, other stuff with me and Yuri wrote some books. But science fiction is what that's my bread. That's like what I love to do. I'm almost 50, wrote the book, man. It's never too late. Do it, man. Do what you follow your dream. Don't let anything stop you. I agree, 34 is young. It's pretty young, man. It's pretty young. Andy says...
What's a whippersnapper?
I'm not a whippersnapper anymore. That means like a young person. That's what old people say. Whippersnapper. I don't know. Whatever.
I would hate to deal with geeky.
Know
it all.
Know it all 18-year-olds. Nah, man. It's not like that.
It's not like you're going to school to be around these young people.
You're there to get
You're doing it for you.
You're there to get a degree. You're there to learn. You're not there to mess around. The thing about older people going there, not older, like 30s, people in the 30s, like you're way more focused. You're not there to mess around at all. You're there to get that cert, to get that piece of paper, So it's not too late, man. Not at all. Somebody who was 65 on combo courses, this dude who's 60 plus, he contacted me. He said, hey, man, like, I'm 65, but I really want to get into what you're doing. He said, is it too late for me? I said, no, it's not. I said, the average age for what I do, I said, it's like 50. My boss is 50. I'm damn near 50. Our boss's boss above him is 50 plus, is 60. Like, no, it's not too late. This field, especially IT, is a field where we need people bad. So it's not too late. Not at all.
Don't stop yourself from like...
And that's exactly what I told him. It's not too late.
It's always in your mind, right?
We constantly have to learn.
It's always at the back of your mind that you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
But then you're holding yourself back because of all these factors that you want to be the reason of why you cannot do it. Excuses, basically.
Yeah.
Like things that are holding you back just because you want it to hold you back.
You're the only one holding yourself back. You're your biggest obstacle do it, man. If that's what you want to do it. It's not too late. Not at all. Especially IT, it's not too late. We need people, especially Americans. We need U.S. citizens to actually apply. I mean, it's especially in Florida. Florida should have a pretty good market there, especially Miami, by the way. The big cities there in Florida. Let me see. Jamal says, if you value this wonderful content, please press the like button. Corey says, just remember, you doing it and providing is better for the people that you care about.
Yes.
Just remember, you doing it to provide for people
that's how
that you care about.
That's how we've always thought of, like, stuff that we do. The more you do for yourself, the better you do, the more you make, the more that you can take care of the people that you
people
love.
Around you. Yeah.
People around you, and even people that are not related to you. Like, when you feel bad, for me, when I feel bad for somebody, for me, feeling bad just doesn't really help anyone. But when you have the resources, you can actually help other people.
That's the whole game.
Not just your family.
What Yuri just said for me is the whole game. That's the reason why I grind so hard. That's the reason why I'm doing this. That's the reason why I do the other channel. Like, for me, it's all about taking care of us. You know what I mean? So once you build that net, once you build that foundation, you can then help other people. And that's what we're all about. So you gotta help yourself first, though. If you're not solid, how can you help anyone else? So you gotta be solid.
Don't hold yourself. Don't let things hold you back from things that you've always wanted to do. And actually, it's harder when you have kids. That's when it's harder.
Right. And Andy, you got one kid. You got one little furry kid. His dog.
That's it.
And Andy's making up excuses here. Correct me if I'm wrong, Andy. Unless you have some kids in the Philippines that we don't know about. Let me see. Gary Blade says, when I was 34, I thought I was too late to get my commercial pilot's license, and I was wrong. Wow, man, congrats. This man's got his... That's what you gotta do it, man. Just go for it. Corey Walker said, college is on how bad you want it. How bad
and that's how we always think about things. Is that, we want to be able to help my mother-in-law, extended family, my sister, the kids. And the more that we can do better financially, our families are also can have the chance to live a better life. Like, it's not just...
Right. Because Yuri and I have been able to make all this stability, like I started off this podcast about, doubling our income and following our dreams and stuff. Because we've been able to create this foundation, we've been able to help my family, when they need it, Yuri's family, and now even random other people we can help out with things like jobs. We can create jobs now. We can help foundations and organizations that we care about.
Even here local, like, because especially now that times are rough.
Yeah.
They're
in need.
Yeah.
So we are able to help because we have all of this, found. But you got to start off with yourself. You got to start that foundation with you. It has to start with you. And that's not just money. That's like loving yourself, caring about yourself enough to be able to give to other people, so.
And, and also it's not even just about money, but you have to do something that you've always wanted to do for you, so that you won't look back at your life
and be
when you're old,
regretful about
when you're for real
Yeah.
old and it's too late at 60, 70, 80, and you haven't done the things that you've always wanted to do for yourself.
And he said, he said, no kids anywhere. I supposedly had kids in the Philippines according to a scammer, but never went there. Yes, you are right. I just paid off my student loans, $14K in full. Whoa, savings is up to return to. That's great, man. Get that savings up for that backup.
Congrats.
That backup safety net. Yeah, congrats.
Andy.
And you're in the medical field, right, Andy? That's what you've gotten into. Yuri's also in the medical field. There's that's a lucrative. It's hard, in my opinion, harder than IT.
Yeah,
much harder than IT in every way.
Yeah, I really don't like. I mean, for me personally, it's just it feels more horrible when I feel bad for someone, but I'm not able to help them. You know?
And that's what you see in the medical field. Is that what you mean?
In any situation, if I know that I can do something about it, I will.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, that's one of the cool things about having built up like a foundation financially for ourselves, is that we're able to help people who are in real need, you know, especially our family. Like, our family has had hard times and they come to us like with a real need, and we're able to just like very easily help them out. And that is such a blessing. Like, I cannot express to you how much of a blessing that is. You know those times when somebody, your uncle, your aunt, or who, cousin, whatever, comes to you and they're like in need. They are hurting, and you're hurting because they're hurting, but you can't help them because you don't have it. You ain't got it, and they're asking for X amount of dollars, and you're like, man, I wish I had it. I'm sorry, I can't help you. You know, but now, like, we're in a place where we can really help. We can really help people.
And we really do. When we can. I mean, I'm like, I don't want to
It's
do
incredible.
that. You know, I want to take care of people that we love and be there for them.
And you can.
And
you
it's
know.
very fulfilling, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, for me, it's just.
Yeah,
it's very.
You know, I mean, as I've gotten older, it's just like it's just seeing people suffer, you know, when it's not necessary. That's what it hurts, you know what I mean? Sometimes there's nothing you can do about certain things. Like, life happens, and there's it's out of your control. But sometimes, like, it's when you see it and they're doing it to themselves, or something's happening where you can have an effect on it. Like, it's really powerful to be able to intervene and help out where you can. You know, so that's really cool.
Yeah, and yeah. But yeah, even, okay, set aside helping your family or anyone except you. You should do it for yourself so you
Absolutely.
don't have regrets.
Dale Harris says, Yuri, did you ever cook that curry chicken? Man.
Which one?
Yuri can cook some chicken, man. She can cook some curry.
I need
Her
to go to
curry
the gym,
skills
guys.
are on a different level, baby. Like, her curry is incredible. Like, your curry is
Bruce.
your curry is my favorite, actually. Especially that bacon curry. I know some of you guys don't eat bacon, but
as
that's
you
your
can
loss.
see,
I know.
once we're done with this live, we have to go walking.
Yeah, we
because
gotta
we
go
have
to the
been
gym,
eating out like ridiculous.
Yeah, we've been
amount of food.
We've been eating, been splurging. Big Truck Series says, I have relatives who piss away money. I've made it clear that the bank is closed. I have the kind of relatives who basically ignore you when you try to explain to them how it is not how to not waste money. So I ain't trying to hear it. Yeah, I hear you, man. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted, man. We're not trying to just help out deadbeats. You know what I mean? Like, we're talking about people who actually need help. You know, like
people who want to help themselves.
Yes.
But just needs a little bit of hand.
Yes, a hand up. You know what I mean?
Do you call that? A hand up.
A hand up, not a hand out.
Like, grab their hand a bit, so they can.
We're trying to, like, whenever we help people, like especially younger people in our family, we're trying to help them to do for themselves. You know what I mean? Like not just like if I give you $100 right now, you're good. You're eating for a week or something. But if I teach you how to do it yourself and make that money, or if I give you an opportunity to make that money on a regular basis, that's way more meaningful for you. So that's what we try to do is like there's always emergencies or something that happens where you're like, okay, here you go, help you out or whatever. But ultimately what we try to do is help people to help themselves, because that's the best thing you can do for anyone.
Yeah, I think. More than money.
Oh, he's talking about the Jamaican curry.
Yeah.
That I showed you.
I did.
Yeah.
That was good. Thank you.
Yes, she did.
Like that was, yeah.
Man, Yuri's cooking skills are amazing. It's amazing. I'm not way more out of shape than I.
Yeah. It's harder for. Yeah. It's harder for us to really lose this pounds.
Big Truck Series says, I can imagine Yuri gets a lot of requests from home for money.
I just told my husband that yesterday.
That's why we're going to make a whole...
Should we make a video about this?
We're going to make a whole video about that.
$400
yeah.
on something.
Yeah. We're going to make a whole video about that.
But I'm like, now I laugh about it. I'm not stressed out no more.
Yeah.
But we used to
It's a good feeling when you can drop
used to be stressed out
a few hundred and it's not even,
about,
it's cool.
Dropping cash.
It used to not be like that.
Like
BS
stuff.
Yeah.
that my dad would ask or some people or
we'll go into greater detail.
Someone or just some relatives or
Corey Walker says, Bruce, what about CD accounts to invest in during this pandemic? We don't really do CDs. What we do is for investing, we do stocks, we do cryptocurrency, what else do we invest in? We got 401k,
We're about to do dividends, but we don't know how
stock
yet.
dividends, we're going to learn that.
So what's the question?
And then also real estate. Those are the things that we invest in. But CDs, not so much.
CD accounts to invest in this.
But if you know something we don't know, like I'm open-minded to it.
CD doesn't really make a lot of money.
Yeah, the interest isn't that good, is it?
It's not very.
It's not appealing to us. I think it's dope, like for other people, but for us, like we want something that a little bit more risky. We're willing to take. We're not risk averse.
But if you're aware of your bank, like we have the local bank that we know we can trust. So it's like you could do CDs on banks that are very stable.
What percent does CDs make? Big Truck should probably know that one. Big Truck Series says interest is low on everything but the stock market, and as you saw this week, you can watch that money evaporate. I feel the safest is real estate. Yeah, real estate is super safe. But see, the stocks that we have, I don't know, I haven't really checked it lately.
If I do, then you will.
But it's been doing pretty good.
Interest
the
is
stuff
low
we chose,
on everything but the stock market. Good. And as you saw this week, you can watch
the stock market went down this week.
Yeah, I mean,
it crashed.
The safest bet among all of them really is real estate, because when you buy that real estate, you see it and you have the title. It's yours.
I cannot stress enough how dope real estate is.
And then you're just collecting cash.
Yeah, real estate's on a. I can't even. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
It's the safest.
It's so incredible.
It's the safest among all.
Dale Harris says learn options trading. We tried that. It was okay. It's not for me. It's a little too. I'm too emotional for that.
Yeah.
I'm too emotional for that.
Yeah.
So, but we did try it. We tried it for like a year.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we were doing options day trading,
yeah.
which was not for me personally.
I like real estate the most because it's just like you're not attached to it.
Yes.
You just make one purchase, a smart one.
Do you invest in bonds?
With low interest, and then you're good. You're collecting after that.
To answer your question, Gary, I had bonds a while ago, like when I got out of the military. Very slow for me. Like I said, it's kind of risk averse. Like I've done it before, but to answer your question, I don't do it now. We're more like real estate. We got some stocks. I got a 401k, with my company that matches it. That's the only reason I do 401ks. And then I do cryptocurrency. And I know how you guys feel about crypto, so I'm not going to talk about it, but I still do it. It's helped us. I just put it to you that way.
I would say crypto. I mean, none of them really is, except your real estate.
Real estate's
it's a safe
hands
cushion.
down the dopest
It's
that
the
we've
only
done. Hands down.
safest cushion you can ever have as for the value of your money that you invest.
We make money online. I sell courses. We have money coming from this channel, from other channels and stuff. It's cool. It's good. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say it's doing well. It's doing well. But solid, just like Yuri just said, like real estate is so solid, man. Like I don't say, like at any time we could just cash it out. We could sell that place and walk away with like a retirement fund and live in Cambodia, you know what I mean, for the rest of our life. It's incredible. Or we could just continue to collect a check from the people who live, from the renters there, and live off of that. Like, it's incredible. Real estate's hands down the best, in my opinion. But don't take my advice for it. I'm not I'm not a professional at this. I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. You gotta take your own risks.
I still like the stability of having multiple options, like what we have talked about, of having some crypto that are kind of have some stability to it.
Yeah. Just
for the sake of having options, just in case. Example, when the pandemic first started, and everybody started buying all the tissue, right? And we didn't get to the store fast enough to get ours. We do buy in bulk, but once that was gone, that was it. We could not buy it. We had the money to buy tissue, but there was no supply because people were panic buying. So yeah, that's how we see it for like having options. During that time we had a bidet though. So that's what we had as replacement. So it's like the money, the dollar, we have the dollars, but what if
the dollar
for
collapses?
some reason your dollar just loses value and all you have is gold and crypto that is like
still of value.
We want to be able to have
yes
that option that you have some other kind of money except the actual green dollars.
Absolutely. I'm down to my last pack of Charmin. Paid $30 yesterday for a big pack of Bounty for a friend.
Right?
When the pandemic started, I scalped toilet paper.
Wasn't that ridiculous?
That was ridiculous, man.
What are we gonna do?
We
did not have toilet paper.
Yo, that was an eye opener because people panic. Because of that, I'm honestly thinking about getting another passport to another country, like permanently. You know what I mean? Not leaving. Like I said, I'm an American. Like I'm not leaving, but it would be nice to have like a backup plan option.
And then another thing is people started panic buying food, right?
Yeah, remember the meat was gone.
I got ahead of that, but like.
Because when people were buying toilet Charmin, we were buying meat.
Yes.
We were buying meat. Okay. We were like, you know what? The next thing that's going to go is meat. And we knew, I knew it was coming because I don't know if you guys remember this, but in January, there was somebody who reached out to us via the channel and was asking for masks.
Yeah.
They were from Hong Kong. And Hong Kong had just got hit, and they didn't have toilet paper. They didn't have masks. People were buying up all the meat. People buying, so we kind of saw it coming.
When we seen the panic buying of toilet paper, that day I literally seriously could not get any from Sam's.
Yeah.
Could not get a single like big pack of toilet paper. So when I seen that, I was we went ahead and bought $600+ worth of meat.
Yep. Stocked our freezers up.
And hand soaps.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, there wasn't even hand sanitizers during that time.
People were buying up I remember this dude, I want to say it was Tennessee or something, and the dude from Canada went around buying up every store, hitting up every store, buying up all the hand sanitizer, and then was reselling it to people, and then he got caught.
And then at the Asian market too, people were buying sacks. You know the Asians can't live without rice. I mean, now I can because I'm
racist.
I mean,
Pasta said, Big Truck said pasta was sold out. Never had a problem with meat. Lysol, bleach, disinfectant sprays were all sold out.
That too.
Yeah. I had a problem with getting soy sauce. What?
Yeah, so that's the way I see crypto. It's just an option. Just
hedging our bet.
Yeah, crypto and some other, other like
maybe gold or something like that. Yeah, precious metals, something. That's something we should buy, silver.
Yeah,
we should probably buy a bunch of silver.
When that happened, I'm just like, we live in Colorado. We can't plant without a good greenhouse. That's another project of ours. Because I hate growing up in the Philippines where everybody's you're living survival mode day by day. I don't like that feeling that you're like, you always have the fear what you're gonna eat tomorrow, where are you gonna get the your supplies from.
That was an eye opener. It made me realize how important truck drivers are. People like Instigator and some of the other people who follow me who are truck drivers. Like, that job is fucking important. Excuse my language. That is an important job. Because supplies were all dependent on them. So, yeah. that is so important. Big Truck Series says they caught a Jewish guy who... I remember that one. Who bought up a truck of masks. FBI busted his ass. Yep, I remember that. He was forcing the medical responders to buy from him. Oh my Lord, that's horrible. And there was about 2,000 deaths a day. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you might want to consider bidet just in case we run out of toilet papers again.
Yeah, it might happen again, man. We're having a gigantic spike in COVID.
Good thing my husband Bruce installed it immediately, and it's
actually way cleaner than toilet paper, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Thank you, baby.
Way cleaner than toilet paper.
It was a disaster. I'm like, wow, it doesn't even matter how much you have if you can't buy the toilet papers.
Yeah, ridiculous. You know what, guys? I'm going to close this thing out. We've been talking for about an hour and 20 minutes, but I will see you guys next week. And thank you, Yuri, for having a guest appearance
with everybody.
Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Yuribruce team. Also, you can get on Patreon. Follow us on there. Go to Patreon.com/Yuribruce team to check us out. We put more exclusive type content on there. And also, we have a Discord. You can talk to us anytime about anything on there. That's more open-minded talk about anything that we can't talk about on here necessarily. Thank you guys so much. Jamal Waring.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Who else? Jay Barnes, thank you for that donation. My man in Colombia, chilling, retired, and happy in Medellin.
Amazing.
Thank you so much, sir, for that. Goodbye, everybody. Take care of yourselves.
Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend.
Take COVID seriously, okay? And good luck on whoever you voted for. Bye.